And we begin tonight with a code red alert. Severe weather is expected across the South again. NBC 15 meteorologist Kelly Foster is tracking the timeline. Kelly.
Hey, Lance. Well, as you can see right now, this storm risk map is lit up with bright red. That's a level 4 out of 5 threat of severe weather for all of our inland counties. In the orange, Mobile, Baldwin, our Panhandle, level 3 out of 5, and our beach zones a level 2 out of 5. So we want you ready. We are expecting widespread severe thunderstorms that are likely in the red. Numerous severe thunderstorms possible in the orange, and scattered severe storms are possible in the yellow. That is what those risk colors mean. So let's step you through our storm tracker. Quiet in the morning. That's not to say we couldn't have an isolated severe storm. We're going to have a potent front swing through late Sunday into early Monday, but it's out ahead of it where these thunderstorm cells could become tornadic. At 5 o'clock, we're talking near Grove Hill, Coffeyville, and storms moving into the Mobile area earlier. By 7 o'clock, a line of storms from downtown Mobile to Saraland, all the way back towards the Grand Bay area. By 11 o'clock, we get a break, and then we're going to see another round of line of storms coming through as we head on into 2 a.m. We'll talk more about the severe weather threat coming up.
Alabama Power has been monitoring the weather over the past few days. We know there is a potential for severe weather. We are ready to respond. Now is also a good time for our customers to be prepared at home with items like flashlights and batteries, being sure that your cell phone is charged throughout the weekend.
Line crews are on the job. Coincidentally, today is National Lineman Appreciation Day. Of course, we should all appreciate the people who go out in the storm and make sure the rest of us have power. They are also preparing for the impending storm in Baldwin County. Baldwin EMC has some advice for residents. If you have a power outage, you can report it by texting to 251-989-6247 or by going to their website, baldwinemc.com. Now, they have an outage map there. And if you see any down lines, you can just assume they are hot and call 911. Breaking news right now, NBC 15 has learned of 94 cases of coronavirus inside one Mobile nursing home. The outbreak has also killed at least 10 people from that facility. NBC 15's Rachel Wilkerson broke the story Tuesday of the first deaths from Crown Healthcare of Mobile. Tonight, she's uncovering even more information. Rachel, this is worse than everyone feared.
Lance, COVID-19 ripped through this nursing home, spreading to patients and staff members. Tonight, at least 18 people are still in the hospital. 94 cases of coronavirus at Crown Healthcare of Mobile Nursing Home in just 1 month. 49 patients are residents and 45 are employees. The facility says 9 patients and 1 staff member died from the virus. Crown Healthcare CEO Brian Jones sent us a statement reading in part, "We are deeply saddened by the passing of any of our residents at any time. Obviously, some of our residents come to us for the purpose of spending their last years in our care, but we are particularly stricken by the pain and anxiety that has been created by this pandemic." Jones says no new cases have been reported since Monday, but there are currently 23 positive cases inside the facility. 22 of those cases aren't showing symptoms. 18 other people are in the hospital. Jones says 1 employee who tested positive has since tested negative and returned to work. He anticipates that 3 more employees will return this week. In Jones's statement, he says our employees at Crown Healthcare of Mobile are fighting a valiant fight against the most sinister threat we have ever faced. Jones says Monday his staff will empty each wing, professionally sanitize it, then return residents who tested negative in an effort to stop the spread. Reporting live in Mobile, Rachel Wilkerson, NBC 15 News.
Rachel, thank you. After NBC 15 first reported the story Tuesday night, Mobile Mayor Sandy Stimpson released his daily message on COVID-19 updates where he referenced the, quote, disturbing reports and immediately jumped into action. Mobile Fire and Rescue donated boxes of protective masks to Crown Healthcare on Wednesday. Now, we also told you earlier this week 2 employees at the William F. Green Veterans Home in Bay Minette tested positive for coronavirus. However, so far, none of the residents have contracted the illness. And an investigation is underway after 50 people tested positive for the virus in the Bill Nichols State Veterans Home in Alex City. Today, the Alabama National Guard conducted its first mission at the Veterans Home. The operation included disinfecting residents' rooms, hallways, common areas, and administrative offices. The Alabama Department of Veteran Affairs says the task force will deploy to the other 3 state veterans' homes as well. Now, we are not alone when it comes to our most vulnerable population getting decimated by this virus. It's happening all across the country. New Jersey, Michigan, Illinois, and Maine have all seen dozens of deaths in their nursing homes. And it's a deepening crisis where residents and staff members are both falling ill.
Nursing homes are the single biggest fear in all of this. Vulnerable people in one place.
In New York, the epicenter of the coronavirus, hundreds of recent COVID-19 deaths have been linked to nursing homes. 19 of the state's facilities have reported 20 or more deaths linked to the pandemic. Here in Alabama, more than 4,700 people are infected with the virus and at least 113 have died. The Alabama Department of Health has since stated an error was made in the last 24 hours. An outside entity mistakenly marked negative COVID-19 cases as positive. A spokesperson with the department says they are currently working to fix the issue, but it could take several days. We told you earlier, Mobile County Health Department says it may have been underreporting deaths, so the number could increase. Health officials say the virus should peak in the coming days. President Donald Trump said tonight you'll be seeing a lot of the country opening up quickly. It comes on a day several cities saw angry protesters demanding social distancing guidelines be lifted. But as Sinclair National correspondent Christine Frizzell reports, there are some major concerns before reopening too quickly.
Growing frustration across the country, from Annapolis, Maryland to Columbus, Ohio, to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where protesters voiced displeasure about the impact of stay-at-home orders on their lives.
I'm a small business owner and my business was shut down forcibly on the 17th of March and I have yet to see any unemployment, any money come through from the government.
President Trump tonight signaling he's hearing from some governors they do plan on reopening businesses soon.
Texas and Vermont will allow certain businesses to open on Monday while still requiring appropriate social distancing precautions. Montana will begin lifting restrictions on Friday. Ohio, North Dakota, and Idaho have advised non-essential businesses to prepare for a phased opening starting May 1st.
Florida's governor already opened some beaches in the state, as others say they're not ready and still need far more help from the federal government, particularly with more testing.
Testing is how you monitor the rate of infection and you control for it. And that is the whole tension in reopening.
Others concerned relaxing social distancing guidelines too soon could mean a spike in new cases, as many hospitals have finally gotten their numbers under control. A decline in numbers praised at the White House.
What this graph illustrates is the amazing work of the American people to really adhere to social distancing. This was nothing we had ever attempted to do as a nation.
Meanwhile, most governors across the country have now formed coalitions with other governors in their region and plan to rely on the advice of doctors, economists, and other officials to help decide when and how to open their economies, with most saying this will be an incremental process and will involve lots of coordination. I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.
Coming up, a dangerous trend, why experts say some people are afraid to visit the emergency room even if they have coronavirus symptoms.
In a level 4 and 3 out of 5 threat of severe weather, we're talking long tracking tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail, and even the threat of flash flooding. I'm going to step you through your timeline of your Code Red Sunday after the break.
Salute to our veterans. Sponsored by Navigator Credit Union, guiding the Gulf Coast since 1939.
NBC 15 is giving a salute to our veterans. Tonight we honor Staff Sergeant Holly Matthews, who served in the U.S. Air Force. He lost his life during the Vietnam War. He was from Crestview. We thank you for your service and for giving the ultimate sacrifice, Staff Sergeant Holly Matthews.